Why do we say this? Sisyphean task. A Sisyphean task means any laborious undertaking which has no completion or reward, often evoking frustration and exhaustion. Example: making the Mumbai Marina beach plastic-free proved to be a Sisyphean task. This phrase has its origin in the myth of Sisyphus. Sisyphus was the ruler of Ephyra, later called Corinth. He was wicked, greedy, duplicitous and cruel. He was cunning and had the audacity to outwit the Olympian gods with his trickery. He earned the wrath of Zeus by revealing his abduction of Aegina to the river goddess Opus. Though morally wrong, Zeus considered this to be an impertinent meddling of a mortal in the affairs of immortals. Zeus summoned Hermes and decreed that Sisyphus be sent to the underworld. First instance of cheating death. Thanatos, the god of death, came to take Sisyphus to the underworld. But the cunning Sisyphus tricked Thanatos into putting the shackles of death on himself, and incarcerated him in his closet. With Thanatos locked up, there were no deaths and no inflow to the underworld of the dead. This caused consternation to Ars, the god of war, because though the wars caused by him raged, there were no deaths in the world. He took up this matter with Zeus and got the matter investigated. The imprisonment of Thanatos was discovered and the gods rescued Thanatos and Hades released him from the shackles. Second instance of cheating death. Knowing that the gods will certainly send him to the underworld, Sisyphus strictly instructed his wife not to perform any funeral rites, and to disrobe him and throw him out in the street when he dies. Thanatos soon arrived to take him. This time Sisyphus admits and gets shackled. Thanatos took him to the underworld and left him near the bank of river Styx. Sisyphus sought audience with Hades, but he was presented before Persephone the queen, as Hades was away. Sisyphus exhibited the bruises, welts, gashes, open sores etc. inflicted on his body in the streets of Corinth and complained to Persephone that his wife had ill-treated him, and had not performed the funeral rites, stating that there was no need to appease the gods. Persephone was enraged by this. Sisyphus played on the rage of Persephone, asked her that he be sent back to the worldly life to punish and torment his wife every day till she died. Persephone granted this wish and Sisyphus came back to the world and lived happily for at least another 50 years. Rolling the rock uphill. When his wife finally died, it was time for Sisyphus too. He was taken to the underworld by Hermes. Hermes lauded Sisyphus for cheating death twice, and stated that such achievement deserved a chance at immortality. He led Sisyphus to an underground chamber. A great ramp sloped up from floor to the ceiling. A boulder stood at the bottom, lit by a shaft of daylight coming down from the end of the ramp. Hermes told him that all he had to do was to roll the rock up the ramp and over and climb out of the underworld and live forever as an immortal king, and that Thanatos would never visit him again. Hermes also gave him the other option of going to Elysium to spend a blissful eternity in the company of departed souls. Sisyphus chose to roll the rock. He painstakingly rolled the rock up the ramp with great physical exertion. He got up to nearly a fingernail's length to the top, but the rock slipped and slid back to the bottom. He got back to the task, trying different strategies like carrying the rock on his back, carrying it on his shoulder, rolling it up with his back, spacing his efforts over time, etc. He is still there pushing the boulder up the hill, and getting almost to the top before it rolls back down, and he has to start all over again. The gods had their vengeance. If you leave out the unrighteous character of Sisyphus, this myth shows us the absurdity of human life, the futility of effort, cruelty of fate. At the same time, it shows us the indomitable spirit of mankind, resilience, fortitude, endurance and grit.
Thank you for watching this reel. If you liked the reel, give it a like and share it with your friends. I would like to know your views on the reel. Make a comment,